Hello and welcome. Today we are diving into something that's at the very core of being human, this really deep connection between love, purpose, and what it actually means to live a life that feels meaningful. We're going to explore how these two massive forces really build the architecture of our lives.
So let's start with the big question, right? The one we all wrestle with at some point. What makes a life feel meaningful? What is this all for? And when we search for that answer, we usually find ourselves on one of two paths. We're either chasing some big purpose or we're looking for love. But what happens when we go all in on one and forget about the other?
Well, this is what happens. It's like two sides of an incomplete coin. On one side, you have a life that's all about purpose and achievement, but without love, it can feel, well, kind of fragile. It's often pretty empty. And on the other side, a life filled with love but no real purpose, that can feel a little lost. It's like a brilliant fire that just burns out because it has nothing to anchor it. The real sweet spot, the magic, is when we figure out how to weave those two together. I think Patrick Kennedy just nails it with this quote. He talks about this hole in the soul that we all have, and we try to cram all sorts of stuff in there, right? Money, status, distractions, but none of it really fits. He says the only things that can truly fill that void are love and service, which is really just love in action, serving a purpose that's bigger than ourselves.
So let's dig into love first, because it's so much more than just a feeling we're trying to get. In fact, it's the very thing that can guide our purpose. It's not just the destination we're trying to get to, it's also the compass that shows us the way.
And this is the really big switch that happens. Love completely flips our perspective on its head. It shifts us from being these consumers of life, always thinking, what's in it for me? What can I get? To being cultivators. We start asking, what can I give? What can I contribute? It points our purpose outward, toward making other people's lives better. Now, here's the thing about this kind of love. It's not a static object you find and then just have forever. Nope. It's a living, breathing thing that grows and changes right along with us. It has this incredible, evolving arc across our entire lives.
You can kind of think of it like a lifelong apprenticeship. When we're young, love is all fire and discovery, this incredible rush of novelty and passion. Then you hit midlife, and it becomes more about building something that lasts. It's a steadier flame, one that's been tested and is fueled by trust and all that shared history. And then in our later years, it transforms again into this beautiful, profound stillness, this deep comfort of just knowing someone and being completely known by them.
So if love is always changing, what's the glue that holds it together? What makes it actually endure through all those seasons? Well, the foundation might not be what you think. It's not all about the fireworks and the romance. There's something much quieter, much more stable, holding the whole thing up. And here it is. Look, passion is the spark. It's amazing, it's charged, it's unpredictable, but friendship is the steady flame. It's the loyalty, the acceptance, the just being able to laugh together at stupid things. That's the part that keeps the connection strong when passion fades or when life, gets really hard. The most enduring loves are built on a bedrock of genuine friendship. Okay, so understanding all of this is one thing, but how do we actually do it? How do we put it into action? This brings us to a really powerful idea. Treating love not as something that just happens to you, but as something you actively practice every single day. And that's what mindful loving is all about. It means you are making a choice to show up. It's a deliberate decision to be truly present in your relationships with real awareness and care, even when it's not easy. It's about getting off that autopilot we all fall into and instead choosing to engage with intention. And here's a super practical way to think about it, the 5 A's. First is attention, like really seeing the other person, putting your phone down and just being there. Next is acceptance, embracing all of them, the good stuff and the not so good stuff. Then there's appreciation, actually saying thank you, acknowledging what they do. Fourth is affection, expressing that care through a kind word or a simple touch. And finally, allowing, giving them space and freedom to just be who they are. These 5 things, this is the daily work of building a love that truly lasts. So let's zoom back out for a second. When we do all this, when we practice this kind of mindful loving, what are we really doing? We are making a very conscious choice about how we spend our most precious, absolutely non-renewable resource, our time. Warren Buffett just cuts right to the heart of it with this. The ultimate scorecard for your life isn't your bank account or your job title, It's about love. And here's the kicker. You can't buy it, you can't negotiate for it. You have to earn it moment by being lovable yourself. So if you want a mission, here it is. This is your mission: to convert your time into love. Every single day, every hour, we get a choice. We can spend that time on things that fade, or we can convert it into something that endures. Every kind word, every patient moment, every time we truly pay attention, that's the conversion process right there. And what an incredible legacy that creates. Just as Viktor Frankl realized, the love we build doesn't just vanish when someone's gone. It's not erased by death. It lives on inside of us, in our memories, in the way we carry that person with us. In that way, love really is the one thing that can outlast everything.
So I'll just leave you with this to think about. When all is said and done, when all the noise and the striving fades away, what's actually left? What remains? The answer, I think, is pretty simple. It's the love we managed to give and the love we were brave enough to let in. That's it. That is the beautiful, final architecture of a life well lived.